Over 18 months, Phil Ivey and his mysterious partner pulled off the most brilliant legal casino heist in history, walking away with over $20 million. The best part? They never touched a single card. This is the story of how two gamblers brought the casino industry to its knees and why the house fought back with everything it had. Phil Ivey wasn't just another poker player. He was a legend. By 2012, he had already conquered the poker world with 10 World Series of Poker bracelets and over $30 million in tournament winnings. They called him the Tiger Woods of poker, a man who could read opponents like an open book, whose expression never wavered, whose instincts were sharper than anyone else's. But even legends face limits. In 2011, the US government shut down online poker overnight. Black Friday, as it became known, froze millions in player funds and ended the online poker boom. Sponsorships dried up. The easy money was gone. Ivey needed a new edge. On the other side of the world, Ivey and Kelly Sun had spent her life inside casinos as a high roller. Private jets, 5-star suites, unlimited credit lines. Casinos weren't afraid to let her play because they knew how this story always ended. High rollers like her didn't beat the house. They lost big. Until she lost too much. One bad streak drained her bankroll. She borrowed from the casino, then lent some to a friend who never paid it back. When she tried to leave the country, she was arrested at the airport. Defaulting on a casino marker isn't just debt, it's fraud. She was thrown into jail for 3 weeks, much of it in solitary confinement. It was in that tiny empty cell where everything changed. She had nothing but a deck of playing cards to pass the time. Hours blurred together as she shuffled the cards over and over. That's when she noticed something strange. The backs of the cards weren't perfectly symmetric. The patterns were slightly off-center, cut just a fraction differently from one card to the next. This wasn't just a printing defect. This was a flaw in the entire casino industry. By paying attention to these imperfections, she could tell which cards were which without ever seeing their faces. She could turn a game of pure chance into one of skill. She could beat the house. When she was released, she tested her theory. It worked, but she wasn't a high roller anymore. She didn't have the clout to make casinos change their dealing procedures. Her discovery needed the right player to use it to its full potential. That's when she met Phil Ivey. Ivey had something even more valuable than skill: reputation. Casinos wanted him at their tables. He was known for betting millions in a single night. If he made special requests, the casino would listen. He was one of the few people who could sit down at high-stakes baccarat tables, make strange demands, and have the staff go along with it. Sun had the strategy. Ivey had the access. Together, they were going to take the casinos for millions. The technique was called edge sorting. Casino playing cards weren't cut symmetrically, meaning you could tell certain cards apart just by their edges. But knowing about the flaw wasn't enough. They needed to manipulate the deck without ever touching it. They needed the casino itself to help them. Casinos thrive on superstition. High rollers are notorious for their rituals, demanding specific dealers, rotating cards for luck, refusing certain numbers. To a casino, it's business as usual. So when Ivey and Sun sat down at the baccarat table, they acted like high rollers with eccentric superstitions. Their first request: a Mandarin-speaking dealer. This ensured Sun could communicate without casino staff understanding what was happening. Then came the crucial request: having certain cards rotated 180 degrees for good luck. Whenever a 6, 7, 8, or 9 appeared, all strong cards in baccarat, Sun instructed the dealer to flip it. To the dealer, this was just an odd habit. To Ivey and Sun, it was sorting the deck. The final piece: they requested an automatic shuffler. Unlike a human dealer, an automatic shuffler only mixes the order of cards. It never changes their orientation. Once the deck was edge sorted, it stayed edge sorted. They weren't just playing baccarat, they were running a casino cheat code in real time. In April 2012, they started their run at the Borgata in Atlantic City. First session, $2.4 million. The casino paid out in full. May, another $1.6 million. July, $4.8 million in a single session. The Borgata was thrilled to have them, but the biggest score was yet to come. In August 2012, Ivey walked into London's exclusive Crockford's Casino, carrying $1 million in cash. They rolled out the red carpet, private room, VIP treatment, any request granted, a Mandarin-speaking dealer, specific playing cards, an automatic shuffler. Over the next 48 hours, they executed their strategy with surgical precision. Every card rotation was calculated. Every bet was informed. They weren't gambling. They were harvesting. When it was over, they had won 7.8 million pounds, roughly $12 million. But when Ivey approached the cashier, something unprecedented happened. The casino didn't hand him a single dollar. Crockford's had frozen his payout. They didn't have proof of cheating. The cards were clean. No marked cards, no collusion, no electronic devices. But something didn't feel right. So they refused to pay. Ivey sued them for his winnings. But while he was fighting for his biggest payday, other casinos started investigating their losses. The Borgata in Atlantic City made their move. Unlike Crockford's, they had already paid Ivey $9.6 million over 4 sessions. Now they wanted it back. For the first time in his career, Ivey wasn't fighting other gamblers. He was fighting the legal system. His defense was simple. Edge sorting wasn't cheating. The casinos had agreed to every condition. They had rotated the cards, used the automatic shuffler. Now that they had lost, they wanted to change the rules. But the courts weren't convinced. In 2014, the UK High Court ruled against Ivey. Judge Mitting declared edge sorting was not a legitimate strategy. He claimed that by using a dealer as his innocent agent, Ivey had gained an unfair advantage. Ivey appealed, but in 2016 the Court of Appeal rejected it. Lady Justice Arden explained, "It is for the court to determine whether the interference was of such a quality as to constitute cheating. In my judgment, it had that quality." Ivey was baffled. The trial judge said I was not dishonest, and the appeal judges agreed. But somehow, the decision went against me. Can someone tell me how you can have honest cheating? Meanwhile, a U.S. federal judge ruled that while Ivey didn't cheat traditionally, he had breached his contract with the casino. He was ordered to repay the full $9.6 million to the Borgata. Ivey took his case to the UK Supreme Court. In October 2017, all 5 justices rejected his appeal. Lord Hughes delivered the crushing blow. What Mr. Ivey did was to stage a carefully planned and executed sting. His 7.8 million pounds was gone forever. The legal battles dragged on for years. By 2019, lawyers arrived at the World Series of Poker with writs to seize his tournament winnings. After 8 years of legal warfare, Ivey and the Borgata reached a settlement in 2020. The terms were never made public, but the perfect casino strategy had ended in disaster. But here's the thing about legends, they don't stay down. After years in the shadows, Ivey returned to major tournaments. The lawsuits, the bans, the casino blacklists, none of it had affected his ability to win. He was still Phil Ivey. As for Kelly Sun, she never stopped edge sorting. Even after everything, casinos still let her play. She adapted, kept traveling, kept finding ways to gain an edge. Her story became so infamous that Hollywood bought her life rights for a movie. Phil Ivey and Kelly Sun had exploited a flaw so small that even the casinos didn't see it coming. But the house always adapts. Casinos worldwide tightened security, implementing new protocols to ensure edge sorting would never work again. Card manufacturers started producing more symmetrical designs. Many casinos banned specific player requests altogether. Crockford's, where they pulled off their biggest score, shut down permanently in 2023. A 200-year-old institution gone. For one brief moment, they had done the impossible. They had found a weakness in an unbeatable system and turned it into a fortune. They never cheated, never hacked the game. They simply made the casino beat itself. And when the industry couldn't stop them, it had to change its own rules just to keep up. The greatest legal casino heist in history wasn't about the money they won or lost. It was about the moment when 2 people outsmarted an entire industry and changed the game forever.